Assalamualaikum. I'm Dr. Sindhu, and now I'm going to make video on middle phase of consultation. And after the rapport building, opening consultation, and facilitation, the middle part of consultation starts. This part is about gathering all relevant data about the sickness and the sick both. Okay, so as William Osler said, the good physician treats the disease, and the great physician treats the patient who has the disease. Okay, so this is one of the best description of the disease and illness. Disease is the pathology, and illness is the suffering of the patient due to that disease. And the great physician is that who treats the patient who has the disease. So you can also ask this in the consultation, like uh, how is this knee pain affecting your daily life? Okay. And now let's talk about the types of questions in the middle phase of consultation. So there are some probing questions, closed-ended questions, and double-barrel questions, prompting questions, leading questions, okay, and clarifying, reflection, and confrontation. Okay, so let's start from probing questions. So in the initial golden 1 minute, patient gives you clues. You must explore, probe each of the clues by asking, could you please tell me more about your headache? And these questions are called probing questions. They are second in sequence after the initial open-ended questions. Okay. Let's talk about closed-ended questions. So closed-ended questions are focused questions. They are asked to draw out a specific information relevant to the consultation. The response to such questions helps to complete the past medical, personal, family, medication, social uh, um, histories, etc. Okay, so if we talk about closed-ended and probing, so closed-ended questions are like, do you have constipation? But probing is like, what about your bowels? And closed-ended, and do you have diarrhea? And probing is like, what about your bowels? Okay. And rather asking, closed-ended questions, has your voice become more hoarse and husky? I should ask probing question like, have you noticed any change in your voice? Okay, so it's like that. And rather asking, and do you prefer winters? Okay, it is close-ended. And you should ask probing question like, which weather do you prefer? Okay, so it's like that. So now let's talk about the double-barrel questions. So double-barrel questions, also known as compound questions, are questions that touch one or two different topics but allow only one answer. It is like trying to hit two targets with one arrow. For example, a doctor may ask his or her patient, do you have diarrhea or constipation? Now the patient cannot reply to this question with yes or no. He is likely to get confused. So therefore, make it a habit to always ask only one thing at a time. Okay, ask, do you have constipation? If he says no, then ask, do you have diarrhea? Okay, and you can ask, do you have constipation or diarrhea is an example of double barrel question. Other examples of double barrel questions are, have you tried paracetamol or an antacid for this pain? And another example is someone in your family suffering from high blood sugar and a heart problem? Okay, so you should avoid two questions simultaneously. Okay, ask one by one. Okay, now let's talk about the prompting questions. So the prompting questions contain hints to encourage the patient to augment their story. For example, the doctor may ask a patient, you said that a movement causes pain. Can you describe what movement causes this pain? Okay, and like it's like prompting. Okay, and let's talk about the leading questions. A leading question is a type of question that pushes the patient to answer in a specific manner based on the way they are framed. For example, do you think this vomiting is because of hepatitis? And you did not finish the course of antibiotics I prescribed, did you? And such questions encourage patient to give answers. They think the doctor might like to hear. This question should be avoided. Okay, so um, you should avoid these things. Now let's come to the clarifying. When patient says vague terms, these must be clarified. For example, can you explain what you mean by going mad after taking those pills? instead ask patient what he actually feels when he is mad. Okay, so you can ask, can you explain what you mean by going mad after taking those pills? Okay, and then let's talk about the reflection. So reflection is repeating verbatim a sentence of the patient. For example, you said that you were going mad after taking those pills. Repeating exactly what the patient said and then asking for confirmation. This reflection makes the patient think about what he said. Okay. So now let's talk about the confrontation. It is saying the contrary to the patient's statement. For example, if you had not taken those pills, you would not have gone mad. So confrontation is a difficult skill for beginners and needs practice. It is best used in ethical situations. Okay, by saying like if you had not taken those pills, you would not have gone mad. Okay, now in next video, I will um, tell how to gather data from the patient. Okay, so how to take history. Okay, Assalamualaikum.